Hello everybody, long time no see. Actually, hasn't been that long. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, since I uploaded a video. But a lot has happened during those 3 weeks because I have had my semester 1 exams. So in this video, I'm going to go through how I study for exams because a couple of you have been asking me to tell you how I study for exams. So that is what this video is going to be about. And now that I have finished exams as of yesterday, I am actually going to be filming and uploading videos every single week for the foreseeable future. So yeah, I'm gonna film heaps of videos this weekend and then I'll be uploading them every week, probably on Fridays I think, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, this is how I study for exams. The first thing I always do is I get all of my notes, the notes I've been making throughout like the semester for all of the different topics that we've been learning. At the end of each topic I make notes for that topic, and so I get all those notes, and what I do is I go through all of my past like tests that I've done for that subject, and all of the things that I got wrong in the test, if I got it wrong because I didn't know it because it wasn't in my notes, then I go and add that information to my notes. So for example, if a question asked, you know, what is the difference between an amino acid and an alpha amino acid, and if I got that question wrong because I didn't know it because it wasn't in my notes, then I would go and add a dot point at the end of my notes that says what the difference is between them. Because the whole point of doing tests throughout the semester is to show you what you don't know so you can learn it and then be able to get it right for the exam. So if you're not actually going back and adding the information that you don't know into your notes, then the whole like point of doing the test is like kind of pointless. So definitely go through all of your tests and add all of the things you got wrong and all of the things you learnt into your notes, and then you should have a nice set of notes ready to go. So the second thing I do, which I've talked about a lot and I've actually made a separate video on it, is that I go through my notes and I try and I learn them, and then I try and summarize all the information in however many pages of notes there is for that topic into one page. So this is just for like one topic. So for example, organic chemistry, try and summarize all of the information into it on one page. And by doing this, it really helps me to highlight the important information, and the kind of process of condensing, like going through my notes and condensing it onto one page, really kind of cements the information in my brain, and then I know all the information on that page is the super important information that I really need to remember. And then if you do that for every single topic, then you'll have like one master information page for every single topic that you can kind of just flick through if you're going through your notes quickly. Instead of flicking through however many pages of notes you have for each topic, you'll just have one for each topic. So it makes it a lot more efficient, and it also means that you're then just looking at the most crucial information. And so once you've made your notes and you've made those one-page summaries however you want to do it, then you actually need to like learn and memorize the information. So how I do this is I get my one page and I like go through it and read all the information and try and memorize it, and then I put it aside and get a blank sheet of paper and put down all of the information that I can remember from the other sheet of paper, and try and just like write down everything I can remember from going through that piece of paper. And so this is really good active revision because you're like reading something and then you're putting it away and not looking at it and trying to like remember all the information. So you write that all down on a piece of paper, and then you bring the actual one-page summary back, and then you can identify the gaps in your knowledge, the things that you didn't remember, and so then write them out as well, maybe in a different color, and then focus on learning them, and then do this process again and again until you can remember everything or most things. Once you have made your notes, you've learnt your notes, you've memorized your notes, now it is time to do practice questions and practice exams. If you want to do some practice questions from your textbook or whatever first and you have time to do that, then that's good, but more often than not I don't have time to do that, so I just go straight into the practice exams that we have. Like, it depends on the topic. Like for maths, I just do practice exams because we get given so many, but for chemistry, I'll go and do practice questions first because we only get given 2 practice exams. What I do with my practice exams is, for the first like couple that I do them and I check my answers as I go along, and if I'm stuck on a question, then I'll look at the answers right then and there and read through them and try and understand them. And then after I've done a couple like that, I try and just do the whole exam without looking at my notes and without looking at the answers, so that I know that I can like actually do it, because that's what I have to do in the exam. And so that's kind of how I do the rest of the practice exams. And I also leave the most recent practice exam until last, because that's probably like the one that's going to be most relevant to what's going to be in your exam. And obviously, as I'm going along, if I don't understand anything, if like I can't get a question and I look at the answer and I still don't understand what it's doing, I get my page flags. Everyone has a different system of keeping track of their questions, but I put page flags on the question that I'm having trouble with, and then I can go and see my teacher, and I'll just bring my like pile of practice exams, however many I've done, and we'll just like go through all of the page flagged questions. And it's really easy because I can easily just like flip to that question because I can see it because of the page flag. Also, I tried having like a page flag coding system, and like I'd have one color for a question I had no idea how to do, another color for a question that I tried to do and got wrong, another color for a question that I got right but I still don't completely understand. So yeah, you can try doing that if you want, but if it's too complicated, just stick whatever color page flag on you want. But definitely make sure you're asking questions if you don't understand something. The whole point of doing practice exams is so you can identify what you don't know and then go and actually understand it. So if you're identifying what you don't know and then you're not going to see your teacher, or you're not understanding it, then there's no point doing the practice exam. So make sure you ask those questions and keep pestering your teachers until you understand everything you think you need to know. And then we come to the night before my exam. Now I am going to make a whole video on what I do the night before my exam night routine kind of thing. It's actually strange because I get very nervous and I get very stressed, but actually during exams I'm normally quite chill, and like the night before I'm not really like too nervous, I'm just like whatever. Yeah, but I will, I don't know why I said that, but anyway, I'm gonna bring out a video on my exam night routine soon. But basically what I do the night before an exam in terms of studying is I don't do any new questions, because if I get them wrong, then I don't have time to go and see my teacher before the exam, and it will just stress me out, and I'll just be focusing on how I don't know things rather than everything that I do know. So I do sometimes do some questions that I've already done, but normally I'll just read through my notes and then read through like practice exams and practice questions that I've already done, because that kind of gets my brain in the mode of answering those questions, like kind of just reading through the working out, going through the questions I had trouble with, and just reading through my notes. Obviously it will depend on what subject. Like for maths, I kind of just read through like practice examples from the exams I've done, but for chemistry I'm like going through my notes trying to make sure all of the information is in my brain, because it's kind of more content. And yeah, it just depends on the subject. But I would say don't do anything new and don't do anything too hard, because that's just going to stress you out, and it's going to highlight the things that you might not know rather than focusing on the things that you do know, which is going to make you feel a lot more confident going into that exam. So that is basically how I study for exams. If you have any questions, definitely let me know down below, and I am going to do my exam night routine and my exam morning routine. I'm going to film them this weekend, so they will be coming out at some stage soon. So look forward to those. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I make heaps of study revision videos to help you guys get the best grades possible, and I've got heaps of tips, tricks, advice, study with me's, and I do a couple of other videos as well, so make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in that. But thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with me through this period of not frequently uploading. I promise I'll get back on schedule as of now. So look forward to some more videos very soon, and I'll see you soon. Bye.